Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, welcome. Remember to subscribe on the red button down there below. Tell a friend about my channel, and I'm really going to appreciate so much. And to you returning subscriber, I do appreciate you. I love you so much, because you keep me motivated to stay on YouTube and do a lot of YouTube content for you guys. So today, disclaimer, sorry for the noise, because where I am, I'm usually next to a welder. So the moment I start shooting is when they start welding their stuff. But you know, everyone has to keep their hustle going on. So today I want to do a vlog for you that so many of you have been asking me about, how to price Mtumba clothing so that you don't get losses. And before that, I want you to go watch a vlog that I did on why people lose money when they buy Mtumba Bales. Go watch that vlog. Why you lose money when you buy Mtumba Bales. All right, make sure you watch that vlog. And another thing, by the way, I'll just insert it somewhere here or here. I'm just gonna insert it in either of the two places, just here or here. So make sure you watch that vlog before buying Mtumba Bales, either from me or from anyone else. Please make sure you watch that vlog. So guys, and another thing, when it comes to Mtumba, we do deliveries for you. We deliver everywhere in Kenya, everywhere, even outside Kenya we do. There are so many shipping companies we can use to ship your goods to where you are, at the comfort of your home actually. And another thing is that if you can trust me by sending me your money, you can always come to the shop. You can always come to the shop and buy them yourself, pay them yourself. If maybe you feel like I can't trust anyone by sending money online. And by the way, to those people that have been buying goods from me, because I always tell you, come one, come all, you always keep coming back. I do appreciate you. I don't take it for granted, by the way. I do appreciate so much. And funny enough, like I always keep saying, the people that buy belts from me are the people who still come back. I do appreciate so much. So I want to talk to you about how to price your belts. All right, how to price your belts, how to price your how to price your clothes when you buy Mtumba Bales. All right, how to price your clothes once you buy Mtumba Bales. So this is how you price your clothes. So for instance, one thing is just that I pray you just get an honest supplier. If you're buying belts from me or not from me, I hope your supplier will be very honest with you, because belts are different. Belts come in grades, and also belts come. You know why I'm looking down like this? It's because I didn't carry my tripod, so I'm not using a tripod to shoot. I'm just like, I've placed my camera somewhere, so that's why I'm checking down like this. All right. So I wanna tell you how. Or let me set it a bit better. Just a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, so now we're good, but still not that good. But anyway, the first thing, I pray you get an honest supplier. When I say that, I mean a supplier that will give you what you pay for. Because I told you about the grades. Actually, when you watch this vlog that I'm going to insert here, it's going to explain to you better, like what I'm really talking about, okay? You'll really get like what am I trying? For you getting an honest supplier, I mean someone who will give you what you pay for. Because many people lose money because when you pay for something is not what you're delivered for. All right, so that is one thing. You must get an honest supplier who will tell you like what is usually inside the bale. Okay, in terms of if it's kids clothing, they'll tell you this kids clothing, it's at this age to this age. All right, and if you're buying something like maybe a dress, they'll tell you this is the type of material. There are so many factors that you're supposed to know before buying bales. All right, because bales have different materials, different stuff. When you watch this vlog, you're really gonna understand better. Like the one that I've just inserted somewhere here or here, you'll really understand what I'm trying to talk about better. So better, I don't know. Yeah. So another thing is now when it comes to pricing the bales, let me give you an example. All right, I'll give you an example of something that I sell here, and I'll give you the price for it. But when I give you the price, sometimes the prices can change. They can go higher or lower because, you know, tax and all that. So that's why normally I don't like giving you prices, because when I give you prices, they may end up misleading you. So I'm going to give you an example of a certain bale here. So let me show you the bale. This is medium roomage, and you see this is diamond label. So this is grade 1, all right? And then we have another one. Did you see that? It's written medium roomage. It's just that you might not see it because of the string. And then now we have another one here. So this one is medium roomage, all right? But this is tembo label, and this is grade 1. And then we have another medium roomage, all right, over there. So this is medium roomage kasuku label. Alright, so this is medium roomage kasuku label. This is medium roomage tembo label. This is medium roomage diamond label. So these are all the same clothes. Everything is the same here, but the only difference is the company and the number of pieces inside the bales. Alright. Now for those 3 labels, each has different number of pieces inside. I don't know if you understood what I'm trying to talk about. So now, for me as a supplier, I'll tell you this one has this amount of pieces inside, and it's this age to this age, because also all of them have the same age actually, because it's one thing, medium baby roomage. Okay, so because they have different ages inside, same age but different pieces, I'll tell you this has this amount of pieces. So for instance, that bale goes for 18,000 Kenya shillings. All right, 18,000 Kenya shillings, that is $180 US. All right, it goes for 18,000 Kenya shillings, or I would say $180 US. All right, so now this is what you're going to do. You're going to take the bale. It's the concept that you use when buying bales. All right, so for that one, because it has 450 pieces inside and it goes for 18,000 Kenya shillings, do you know what I'll do? I'll say this. I will not I'll do this. I'll take 18,000 divide by 450. 18,000 divide by 450. That means it's 40 bob. All right, so that means 40 bob is 40 bob Kenya shillings. All right, because you bought the bale at 18,000 and I told you it has 450 to 550 pieces. But now when you're pricing, you always go with the lowest so that you don't get disappointed, things like this. You always go with the lowest amount. Okay, you go with the lowest amount of how would I say it? The lowest amount of pieces inside the clothes. All right, you don't go for 50 by 550. No, don't do that, because I know they'll get to 550, but they're supposed to be a minimum of 450, and that's what you're supposed to go with to avoid higher expectations and maybe you get something that is lower. All right, so this is what you do. You divide 18,000 divide by 450. How much is that? It's going to give you 40 shillings. So that means I've sold to you every piece of clothes there at 40 shillings. All right, I've sold for you every piece of clothes there at 40 shillings, Kenya shillings. All right, so remember, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. No, when I say you divide that, it has given you 40 bob. All right, so do this. Now you're going to take those amount of pieces of clothes. So let's say 100 pieces of the clothes from the 450. You're going to sell 100 pieces from the 450. You're going to sell them at 100 bob Kenya shillings. All right, I'm giving you an example. So it will be 100 times 100. How much is that? 100 pieces times 100 Kenya shillings. So 100 times 100, how much is that? 100 times 100, that is 10,000. All right, now we are remaining how many pieces? We are remaining 350 pieces. So now we are going to take 100 pieces again times 80. All right, that is an example. 100 times 80, how much is that? 8,000. So now for the total of those clothes, how much is it? That is already 18,000 Kenya shillings. So you have returned your capital, and you still have 250 pieces more. All right, you still have 250 pieces more. So let's say if there's 250 pieces, you're gonna sell them. Let me use my phone. Let's say for the 250 pieces remaining, let me do the math with you. Now we have already done 150, so 250 times 50 shillings. How much is that? 12,500 Kenya shillings. So we have 12,000 plus 8,000, all right, plus 10,000. So that is 3,500. So when it's 3,500, you're supposed to minus, you're supposed to subtract 3,500 minus, we're doing the math together. 3,500 minus 18,000, the amount you bought the bale. So how much profit do you have there? This is the profit. Can you get to see that? That is 12,500. So you see, you have your money. Because and normally get this, when you buy the bale, it depends where you are. So where you are and where you're selling, it's going to tell you how much you're going to price the clothes. All right, what do I mean when I say that? Poa sana. Utangoja Thursday. Utangoja Wednesday. Poa. Naingiza. Aya. Ndakupigia. Aya. Asante. Sorry, I had to talk to a client. So I've given you the math, but I'm still going to repeat it so for you to understand better. So I said you bought the bale at 30,000, at 18,000, and you've seen the amount of money that you have had there is 3,200. Now, like I was saying before I got interrupted, so where you're selling the clothes is really gonna tell you how much you're going to sell. Because let me tell you, you can't have a king come into a place and give him a price of a servant. You can't do that. If the president came to my place today, something that I'm selling 10,000, I'll sell for him 15,000 or even 20,000. Why? Because he can afford. You understand? Because you see, how will I put it? How will I put it for you to understand like what I'm trying to say? Let me tell you, for instance, let me give you an example with my hair, for instance. So when I go to a cheap salon, I can actually blow dry my hair with 100 bob, 150 bob, all right? I can do a blow dry of my hair with 150 Kenya shillings, all right? But when I go to a posh place, I'll blow dry this hair with 1,000 bob. And it's actually like this same service. There's nothing that is different, because at the end of the day, what I need is a hair that has been blow dried. All right, I don't know if you got the concept of what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you've understood. It's just like you see, we have 3 classes of people. We have first class, we have second class, and we have third class. All right, so you see, these people are not their pockets are not the same, because you see, first class people live in luxury places. They can afford, because they have the money, they can really afford something that is very expensive. Because I'll give you another example. When I make my nails, these nails I use 4,000 Kenya shillings to make them. All right, I make my nails using 4,000 Kenya shillings, but you can still go get the same service at 1,000 Kenya shillings. All right, you can still get the same quality, the same service at 1,000 Kenya shillings. But now it depends where you go. All right, it depends where you are going. So if you are selling for people who have cash, like the first class people, something that you are selling 200 bob, you can sell for them even 1,000, even 2,000, and they'll buy, because they'll be like, oh, it's so beautiful, and they can't imagine. And other people, when you tell them something at a cheap price, they'll be like, how can, why is it so cheap? Why is it so cheap? You understand? And not that it is bad quality or something, it's just that they are used to buying things expensively. So when you sell for them expensive, they'll still buy. All right, so now I want to do the math again for someone that didn't understand what I really tried to say. Okay, so this is what you do for the clothes that I've shown you here, the medium roomages. I say they go for 18,000 Kenya shillings. All right, and I told you the clothes have, the 3 companies have, they have different amount of pieces inside. But me as a supplier, I'll be honest with you and tell you this one has this amount of pieces. So now let's do the math again. The bale goes for 18,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to do this. I wanna do it with you so that you get to understand. All right, so this is what you're going to do. I'm going to sell, I think when I type it down with you guys, you're really going to understand it better. So let's do the calculations together. All right, okay, so let's do this. Put it on the side. So the bale goes for 18,000 Kenya shillings. Like I said before, I'm repeating for you to understand the concept that I used for you to make your money. All right, 18,000 Kenya shillings. Then I divide with minimum amount of clothes in it. All right, so 18,000 divided by 450 pieces, how much is that? It's going to give you 40 shillings. So that means the 450 amount of pieces, or the many amounts that you'll get if you get the 550, it means every piece I sold at 40 shillings to you. I was selling like every cloth there 40 bob. All right, then now we do this, we break down the 450. So I take 100 pieces of clothes and then I multiply. I say you always, by the way, one thing, you always do your calculations as a business person using the lowest. Don't use the highest to avoid losses, and to avoid losses, and also to avoid high expectations, so that you don't get disappointed. So for the 450, I'm taking the 100 pieces. So I multiply 100 pieces times 100. 100 pieces of clothes times 100 Kenya shillings. So that is 10,000 Kenya shillings. That is 10 USD, 100 USD. All right. And then I say I'm taking another 100 pieces and sell them at 80 shillings. So how much is that? That is 8,000 Kenya shillings. And then those are already 200 pieces. All right. So we are remaining 450 pieces. Now for 250 pieces. Now for the 250 pieces, I'm going to take 250. All right. I'm going to take 250. Let me do it again with you. I'm going to take 250. Okay. All right. I'm going to take 250 times 50. All right. So how much is that? 250 times 50, that is 12,500 Kenya shillings. So when I'm going to add the 100 times 100, 10,000, then 100 times 80, 8,000, and then 250 times 50. How much is that? How much is that? That is 12,500. So when it's 12,500, all right, 12,500. How much is that? How much is that? Do you know how much that is? That is 12,500. When I say, sorry, 100 times 100, that is what, 10,000. Then 100 times 180, that is 8,000. Then 250 times 50, that is 12,500. So when I join them all together, 10,000, 8,000, and 12,500, how much is that? 30,500. How much did you buy the bale? You bought it at 18,000. So how much do you have left after subtracting 30,000 minus 18,000? So you have your 12,500, and that's on a minimum level. So how much money did you make? Can you see now? Once you buy Mtumba Bales, you'll never lose money. It's just that many people are just a bit scared of trying the business, because they feel like they're going to lose their money and things like those. So it's not true. You're not going to lose your money. Okay, that is one thing. You're not going to lose your money, because if people were losing money, we wouldn't actually, like myself, I wouldn't be here bringing Mtumba Bales, because it would be giving me losses. But you see, the reason I bring them, it's because the people I sell to are the ones that come back. For instance, I would be very honest with you, and God in heaven is my witness. The customers that sold for these clothes are the ones that keep coming back, and now the new customers that I get online. Because do you know why? I would call, someone would tell me, hi Bray, can you imagine I'm selling the bale, and like for instance, let me give you an example of a client. I sold a client that bale. It removed so many pieces in it, and the pieces were super clean, super nice, and super good. So she told me within when I gave her the bale, she was able to make 20,000, and still she was not done with the bale. All right, so many people. And do you know why is that? Like I said, if you're selling the clothes to high-end people, or maybe you're selling them online, or whichever, let's say, honestly, I would say high-end people, you wouldn't put the price at very low price. You'll actually price it a bit higher. That's business. You're not stealing from them. You just sell them this t-shirt. Like for instance, this jacket goes for 10,000. Not 10,000. Sorry. This jacket goes for, I would say, in just a local place, I'll get it at 500 bob. All right. But when I go to or different people, someone will sell for me 2,000, and they have actually not stolen for me. They have not stolen the money from me. It's just that I felt like, by the way, it's worth it. You understand? So yeah, so that's the thing, and I really needed to tell you about that. And I felt like many people don't know how to price their clothes, and many people have been asking me, teach us how to price. So I've taught you how to price clothing. So for instance, those were kids clothing that I was teaching you to price. All right, those were kids clothing that I was teaching you to price. But every clothes that you want me to teach you how to price, let me know. Every clothes that you want me to teach you how to price, let me know. But imagine the concept of pricing clothes is just the same. The concept of pricing these clothes is usually the same. You just divide the pieces in the clothes and how much you bought it. All right, so yeah, so that's it, and there was nothing else. I just said I had to teach someone many people who have been asking me about pricing the belts. And I said, yeah. So another thing, make sure you watch my content, tell a friend about my channel, and I'm really going to appreciate so much. We do deliveries all over Kenya. We do deliveries wherever you are. We do deliveries for you. We can do deliveries outside Kenya, in Kenya, and all over. It is all over. We're going to bring the bale at the comfort of your home, or at the comfort of your business, or at the comfort of your office. And yeah, that's it. And don't mind my hair today. I'm supposed to go to the salon tomorrow, but I had to do the content for you because the most important thing for you to get here is the Mtumba business. It's not about how I look. So yeah, that's it. And another thing, by the way, let me tell you, for you to avoid getting losses, and this is biblical, is that you are always supposed to tithe for your business. You know, when you tithe, God is going to protect you. The enemy will not get a space in your business. All right, so if you buy and you're getting profits and you never tithe, my friend, you're going to lose that money. Trust me, there's no shortcut to it. There's no shortcut to it. So if you want to protect your business, you want to get your money back, always make sure you tithe, and it's going to be good for you. So thank you so much for watching my vlog. I do appreciate. God bless you. See you on the next vlog. Remember to subscribe, tell a friend about my channel, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.